When the demand and lead time, or both demand and lead time, is probabilistic, we come to the new model of probabilistic inventory. This model is an extension of economic order quantity model. Let's discuss about this model in this video.
The economic order quantity model that we already discussed in the previous video. In economic order quantity model, we assume that the demand and lead time is deterministic. What if the demand and the lead time is probabilistic? This becoming the probabilistic inventory model that we will discuss in this video. In probabilistic demand, as illustrated in this figure, we will not have the straight line pattern. We will not have that one. Yeah, instead we will have kind like a curvy pattern in here. And then this is the consumption. Yeah, over the time we consume this one, and then when reaching some reorder point, and then we should place an order. And then we should wait for some time, that we call it the lead time, yeah, to receive the order. During the lead time, there is a possibility that the demand is much higher than the pattern before, following this red light. Or the pattern of the demand could be much lower than the pattern before. To accommodate that, we introduce the concept of safety stock, which is an additional safety to accommodate or to absorb this behavior of the probabilistic demand during the lead time. So what is the safety stock? Let's see about this in detail. The order point and safety stock is used when the demand is not constant or certain. The use of safety stock is to achieve a desired service level and avoid the stock out. So the service level in this case is the percentage or the probability or the how much during our 100% of time we still can serve the customer. The reorder point, in this case, the formula for the reorder point is similar like the previous model, which is the demand, small d in this case, multiplied by the lead time. So this is demand per day multiplied by lead time. But what makes different with the previous model is an addition of safety stock. Yeah, safety stock. So the reorder point in here is much larger in probabilistic model than in deterministic model. The annual stock out cost is the sum of the unit that is short or stock out multiplied by the probability of the stock out, and then multiplied by the stock out cost per unit, and again it's multiplied by the number of order per year. So how to calculate the safety stock? In probabilistic demand, we can use prescribed service level to set the safety stock when the cost of stock out cannot be determined. So this is the formula of reorder point, which is demand during lead time. This is D multiplied by L plus Z score. This is Z score. Yeah, this Z score represent the safety net or the safety stock that we already determined or we already prescribed before, multiplied by the standard deviation of the demand during the lead time. Let's illustrate in this figure. Consider the situation where the mean of the demand during the lead time is 350, and the management determined that 90% of the time, 90% of the time we can fulfill the customer demand. So this is actually the service level that we set or set by the management. This is the service level. Based on this predetermined service level, we can determine the safety stock. Yeah, we can calculate the Z-score. Yeah, the Z-score. And there is a 5% probability or 5% risk of stock out that is represented in this area. Let's take a look at a simple example of determining the stock out. Consider the situation where the average of the demand mu is 350 and the standard deviation of demand during lead time in this case is 10, and the management determine there is also there is a 5% stock out policy. That means the service level is 95%. When we determine this, that the service level is 95%, we can take a look at the area under the normal curve for 95%, resulting in Z-score equal to 1.65. And then we simply can calculate the safety stock, which is Z-score, multiplied by the 10 in this case, so it's equal to 16.5. And the reorder point, we can calculate the reorder point. It is equal to expected demand during the lead time, which is 350. We already determined this before. And then plus the safety stock with that we already calculate 16.5. And then it's becoming 366.5 since this is the product. So we round up into 360 product. So in this case, the higher the service level, the higher also the safety stock we should have. But the safety stock imply the cost, imply that we need to keep more stock to accommodate the fluctuation of the demand. So it's depend on the management on how much they put on the service level. And it is also note that we cannot get the service level equal to 100%. Thank you so much for joining me in the video discussing about the probabilistic inventory model, especially calculating the reorder point and safety stock. See you again in another video.
Thank you so much for joining me in Learning Operation Management. See you again in the next video.